Welcome back to Shidduch Talk. First of all, we have to give a huge happy birthday to our producer, Katz. You should have many, many successful years and everything, and with the Shidduch Talk, happy birthday. Tonight we're going to do something a little different. We're going to not go with our Bashert series, because this week's there's, in Parshas Kiseitze, there's a very interesting album that I would like to discuss. It discusses our dating system, what's good dating and what's bad dating. Okay, so for now, we're just going to take a little break from the Bashert series and discuss dating. So the Pasuk says that that if someone wants to get divorced, it says Ki yikach ishu bala v'him lo yisimtzchem b'necha v'matzu ba'erves davar. He found something that he doesn't like. Because of the Sefer Krisis v'nyasa, he writes, he gives a get. So the Malbim's a little bothered. What does it mean that he found erves davar? It means he found something he doesn't like about her. So he goes a little history and how they did Shidduchim in the old days. So I'm going to take small lines, because it's a big piece, and try to bring out the points that I think is negaya for tonight. So he starts off that what does it mean that you took her and you liked her and you found favor in her eyes, and then you didn't find favor in his eyes? So he says like this. He says, Mekan tshuva misleititzim. This is an answer to the Litzanim, the people that make a joke about things. Me'aviseinu, from the previous generations, shayedarchem bekachtam nashim lebenayim, chakru rak al mishpacha. They did full research on the family, va'al hanhagas aviyah v'imah, how the parents behaved, va'al midas hanayra, and her midas. V'rak koydem hanisuin, once they made the decision that this is the right girl, then the chassan saw her for a short time, and he says, look back at Avram. What did Avram look for his son? His words are, Avol nabita tzur machtzavenu, which is Avram Avinu, ksherotz lekach his ish lebno yechidai, for his only son, asher avoy he'ikr hoya etzlei rak mishpachas hanayra va'arza. The ikr thing was the neighborhood that she lived in, arza, and family. The chafet shetia mishpachtoi, he wanted to be from his family. We base of shiyad l'tzniusa, because in his family was known that they were very makar and tznius. Now there is a big question on this Malbim, because the Malbim in Chayesara says that Avram did not know that it was mishpacha. We're going to save that for a different time. That's a side question. We're going to stick to our point. So it says he took her in. Yitzchak took in Rivka, and then when did the love start? The Ava says after he took her in the tent, and he took her as a wife. Afterwards he loved her. When they lived in Eretz Yisrael, that was the style that they made Shidduchim. Kinetias eitz, they're planting a tree, make garger cotton from a small seed. It was a growth process. It was the love started very small, and then it grew like a tree. There was a tiny strip of ava. By day Kishramaisa, slowly they got to know each other. The boy Ava. The more they got to know each other, the more Ava it gets. It means the Ava started the real love started very small, like a small seed, and then slowly grew. The more they got to know each other after they're married. When did people see, or not people, but when was it noticed their Ava? Was after they got married. Now the pasuk says, "Hayim lo yitimtzachein shaydei shemotza eres davar shu davar gnai u'moyes umumet shabboseiser." He found something that nice about her, or she was priestesstic. Like timtzachein hanochetz. Now he could not have the chein to grow the love. Become haseichel, not only from the Messiah, But even from the seichel, intellect tells you, and this is the very important words, the old school was right. Since they didn't know each other's compatibility, they didn't know each other's personality, and the lady didn't know his, they were forced, so it means they went in to the marriage knowing that we don't know each other. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to grow together, and we're going to get to know each other over time, and we're going to build up the love. This is the model we talked 150 years ago. He says there's a new wave of a culture. They put in their heart, they're going to see each other. It's a love built on nothing. It's called romance in English. So he says today there's a new thing that the boy and girl meet each other and they think that they love each other and it's nothing. V'rak mishalem, it's a fantasy. Umachzois, it's in a dream. Abomas yitzchak, it's a joke. Okay, so now what happens? So now you built a relationship built on nothing. It's a romance. There's nothing real. It's not grounded. So now what's going to happen when you come into marriage? You're going to get a letdown. L'chein now, also they get married and they see that whole romance was fake. And they didn't really know each other and they even fooled each other. Hiskara, also now the love is cooling off. Ma'at until it evaporates. That's why there was more divorces. See, he's saying like this: if you go into marriage that we know very little about each other, enough the background, the main points, family, that they're strong, it's fundamentals, the midas, how the family behaves. So we're going in with a potential marriage, not that we know each other, and there the letdown is much less letdowns. He says today's system, that they go out a bunch of times, they think they really know each other, and then they're married for a week, and then they see that most of that stuff is not true, so therefore there's a much bigger letdown, and therefore there's much more divorces. That's the Malbim. The Stipler says very similar. I saw him, I don't remember where I saw it. He says that you shouldn't go out more than 3 or 4 times. 3 times, he says why? He says because if you start going out 4, 5, 6 times, you really think you know each other, and then you're going to get let down. So the Malbim is saying it's not just like old-fashioned, the way the Chassidim do it and the way they did in Europe. He says the intellect tells you that that's a better way to do it. That do much more information before. Don't rely on the compatibility of the boy and girl because it's not real. It's based on fake romance, and you can have a bigger letdown when you get married. I'm not telling everyone how many dates to do. It's just a nice concept to have. Sei gesund. Have a good job.